we are going to perform the third practical, which is to compare the EMF of Lagrange cell and Daniell cell using potentiometer. The cell, that is Lagrange cell, is consisting of a glass vessel which contains ammonium chloride solution as electrolyte, a porous pot having carbon rod along with magnesium dioxide powder and charcoal. The carbon rod itself acts as the positive electrode. Amalgamated zinc rod, while dipping into ammonium chloride solution, acts as the negative electrode. Magnesium dioxide MnO2 acts as the depolarizer. The EMF of this cell is nearly 1.45 volt. Second cell is Daniell cell, which is consisting of a copper vessel which contains copper sulfate solution and a porous pot in which we are having 10% solution of sulfuric acid. Zinc rod is dipped into the porous pot. It acts as the negative electrode. Copper vessel itself acts as the positive electrode, and copper sulfate acts as the depolarizer. The EMF of this cell is nearly 1.02 volt. So today we will compare the EMF of these two cells using potentiometer. This potentiometer is an instrument which also works on the principle that it measures potential in terms of length of the wire. It measures potential in terms of length of the wire. So here, now the connection part, you are seeing the circuit diagram in front of you. E1 and E2 are indicating two cells. G is galvanometer, and then a battery whose voltage is nearly 2 volt attached to the rheostat. With this we can decrease or increase the value of current in the circuit. Starting with the connection point, you are seeing the positive terminal of each cell and battery are connected at one point, and negative terminals of the two cells are connected to two-way key, and the common point of two-way key is connected to the galvanometer, and second end of the galvanometer is connected to jockey, which moves on the potentiometer's wires to find the null point. In a potentiometer, we are having 10 wires, each of 1 meter. So you will be able to note down a length up to 10 meters with this potentiometer. Now, starting with the experiment. This is your apparatus, this is your potentiometer, this is your galvanometer, this is two-way key, this is Lagrange cell, this is Daniell cell, this is the battery, variable battery voltage. You can change this battery voltage to 2, 4, 6 as the case may be. Here we are using 3 volt supply for performing the experiment, and this is your rheostat. The function of rheostat is to decrease the value of current in the circuit. Now we are going to start the connection part. First of all, this is your AC to DC battery supply. One end, positive end of the battery, and positive end of this cell, and positive end of Lagrange cell. All the three positive end are connected to the one end of the potentiometer. Okay, the second end of the potentiometer wire is connected to the rheostat's one end, and the second end, variable point of rheostat, is connected back to the battery supply. The negative end, these two rods, zinc rods you are seeing, of these two cells are connected to the two-way key, these ends, and the common point of this two-way key is connected to this galvanometer, and second end to the jockey. Okay, clear? So you are to connect positive end of this Lagrange cell, positive end of the Daniell cell, and positive end of the battery at one end, and second end of the potentiometer is connected to rheostat, and variable point of rheostat is connected to the negative of the battery, and the negative terminals of these two cells are connected to two-way key, one of this say Lagrange cell and second of this Daniell cell here, and the common point is connected to the galvanometer's one end and second end of the galvanometer to the jockey. Clear? This is your connection part. Now we are going to perform this experiment. I am putting on the power supply. Okay, so before starting the experiment, we will check that this galvanometer will show reading on both sides. So this is key, just put out, and I am using this for Daniell cell, and this is for Lagrange cell. So first of all, we are using the Lagrange cell. Okay, this one is for Lagrange cell. Let me make it more clear. Okay, this is for the Lagrange cell. You can see when we touch the one end of the potentiometer, the deflection in the galvanometer is going towards right, and when we touch the other end of the potentiometer, it is going towards right. It means our connections are correct. If it is going only single side, it means the EMF of the battery is smaller than the EMF of these two cells. So you have to increase the value of EMF of the battery. Okay, now we are starting the reading. So for the first reading, say I am touching here, it is going towards right. Then second, again right. Third, again right. Fourth, again right. Fifth, now at the fifth wire, it has changed its direction. It means there is a point where the galvanometer will show the zero reading or null point. To count the length of the wire, suppose when this is your first wire, when you are moving toward right side, the scale marked here, you can note down 1 to 100, and when we are moving on the even wire, then we will see the downward scale of the meter. So here we are on the fifth wire, say somewhere here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So exactly where the deflection changes, we will go to that wire, and at that wire, moving point to point, we will find the null point. Say 1 right, second towards right, third right, fourth right, and at fifth it has changed its direction. So somewhere, so at 488 it is showing zero deflection. So for this Lagrange cell, length of the wire comes out for null point is 488. Okay, now I have changed the cell and I took the second cell, which is Daniell cell. So I put the negative terminal of Daniell cell in the circuit. Now for Daniell cell, it is going towards right, left. Again, it is showing a good reading. So at first wire, it is right. At second wire, again right. At third wire, it is again right. At fourth wire, it has changed the direction. So fourth wire, let me go to the fourth wire. So fourth wire somewhere here. 3, 4. So at 340 you are seeing the galvanometer is showing zero deflection. So length of the wire for null point for this Daniell cell is 340. So now you can see the table. In the table we are noting down the readings taken for different values for Lagrange cell and Daniell cell. The first reading comes out to be Lagrange cell E1. E1 length L1 for this is 488, and at the same value of current for Daniell cell it is 340. So the ratio of these two, E1 upon E2, is equal to 1.43. In the second reading we vary the current from here and noted down second reading, which is 576 for Lagrange cell, length of the wire, and for Daniell cell it is 403, and the ratio comes out to be 1.44. For third reading, again we vary the value of current. Then for Lagrange cell, the length comes out to be 702, and for Daniell cell it is 501, and the ratio is 1.41. So if you take mean of these three readings, the value of EMF of the ratio of the EMF of two cells come out to be nearly 1.42. If you know the EMF of a single cell, the value of the EMF for second cell can be found. So this is your experiment, that is to compare the EMF of two cells, that is Lagrange cell and Daniell cell, using potentiometer. So here in the last, a table is given where you can see directly the comparison of Lagrange cell and Daniell cells construction, anode, cathode, depolarizer, electrolyte, and EMF. So these readings are, these things are written over here. That in Lagrange cell, carbon rod is positive electrode and zinc rod is negative electrode, depolarizer is MnO2, and electrolyte used is ammonium chloride, and EMF is nearly 1.45 volt. And for Daniell cell, the positive electrode is copper vessel and negative electrode is zinc rod, depolarizer is copper sulfate, and electrolyte used is sulfuric acid, and EMF of this cell is 1.02 volt. These are the practical values at ideal conditions for these two cells. Now precautions to be taken during this experiment is, they are, first of all, you must find the null point very carefully. First, go to that wire where your direction of the current is changing. Don't waste time on any other wire. First, find the correct wire where the direction of the current is changing, and on that wire, moving point to point, find the exact null point. Second precaution is sometimes your galvanometer shows single side reflection. The reason for this is the battery which you are using with these cells will be having low value of EMF as compared to the EMF of the cells. So if the EMF of the battery is less than the EMF of the battery of the two cells, the galvanometer will show single side reflection and you will not be able to find the exact null point or even null point. So this is the main precaution to be taken while performing this experiment. Other precaution is cell should be freshly made so that EMF have a steady value for the good result. And connection should be tight, no loosening of connection at any connection point. Potentiometer should be properly connected, and wires should also be of good type. So in this way we completed this experiment. This was your third experiment which we performed for you people due to some unavoidable circumstances in this COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you all. So go through this practical, and you have seen performing this practical also. Make your own tables, circuit diagrams, and then note down the readings which are in front of you. Thank you.